Okay, today we are talking about Venn diagrams, and we will see how we shade them when we are given an expression like A dash intersection B, A union B, etc. How do we shade? How do we know what part of a Venn diagram to shade? Okay, let's get started with a language I have developed to translate set notation into English. Okay, so A we will translate into inside A, whereas A dash we will translate into outside A. That's simple. Now, A union B, bear with me, we will translate this into inside A or inside B. Keep this in mind. And finally, A intersection B, the way we will translate this is inside A and at the same time. This and is a special and, it means at the same time. So keep this in mind, inside B. So I'll make a note here, this and means at the same time. So let us get started. The first thing we'll do here is we will translate these problems into English. A dash intersection B. Let's go ahead and use the language from above to translate this. A dash.
A dash is outside of A.
A, exactly. Intersection means...
Intersection is the one that are in both A and B.
And. Simple word and. Remember this, guys, yes? And then finally B will be inside B. So, get ready. We want to be outside A and at the same time, let me just make a note here in case anyone is a bit confused about this, at the same time, inside B. So outside A and at the same time inside B. The circle of A is here. So I'm just, let me just put it this way. We want to be inside the circle of B and at the same time outside the circle of A. So inside the circle of B, outside the circle of A at the same time. What part is that, my dudes?
The square, like that. Outside the Venn diagram, but in this, inside the square.
We want to be inside B. So inside B, but at the same time outside A. So we don't want this bit because we said outside A.
That one is the inside of A.
So that's what we need to shade. Basically, I'm going to get rid of this cross and the tick, so we can basically shade this bit. We want to be inside B and outside A, or outside A and inside B. Yes. The union. We'll do that in a second. We'll do loads of examples here, guys. So bear with me while we do that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's translate this firstly. This is translated by saying, how would we translate this into English? Inside A and inside B. Perfect. We want to be inside both of them at the same time. At the same time. Where would that be? We want to be inside A and inside B at the same time, so that must be in the middle, exactly, which we call, as we've seen before, the intersection. Exactly, we've got it here. Right, perfect. Let's move on now to some things which will probably seem a bit more weird. Let's see. Now, A union B dash. Let's go ahead and translate this. Careful. Inside A or outside B. Yes, this all will change everything. So bear with me. In the upcoming Easter break, if I say I will either be in Rio de Janeiro or I will be in Sao Paulo, what would you shade on the map if I said this? You would shade...
Can you repeat?
Yes, if I said I will either be in Rio de Janeiro or I will be in Sao Paulo. I don't know which one.
I'm gonna be in one of them.
So you will shade all of Rio de Janeiro on the map, and you will also shade all of Sao Paulo. So that's exactly how this union business works. So you first shade all of A. So you look at A and you just shade that. So we just shaded all of A. Done with the first case. Rio de Janeiro, we've just shaded, all done. Let's move on to the other bit. The other bit now is a bit confusing. Well, it's not that confusing, but it's B dash, which means outside B. So let's look at the...
So it's outside the Venn diagram.
So it's outside the circle of B. So anything outside this solid red circle, we can shade now. So let's go ahead and shade that. I'll use different kind of lines to show you that that's how we get this bit. So they're going down to the right. And now these lines show us what is outside B. We don't really care about if there's any other circles there or anything. We'll just go ahead and shade everything outside the circle, and we are done. We've shaded the second bit. So this is the end result of this union. Okay, I shaded one of them, and then I went ahead and shaded all of the other thing. That's it. Let's do a few more, because with practice, we will get this completely, guys. A dash union B dash. This means outside A. So this is going to be outside A. The union means or, and then B dash is, B dash would be outside B, right? Outside B. Outside A means everything outside the circle of A. So go ahead and shade everything here. Boom, 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 boom. And then will tell me what I need to shade next. Okay, so that's A dash. I just shaded everything outside the circle of A. Let's look at the circle of B now. B dash, everything outside the circle of B. So what do I need to shade now? So everything outside the circle of B. Is there something I haven't shaded yet? Hey, yes, we need to shade this bit as well. It's outside B, right? So we have to shade it. So everything outside the circle of B has been shaded now. And we have finished with our shading. We've finished shading B dash.
Sir, mister, so like, when it's A dash and B dash, but like, we have to shade also the A and the B?
We shaded two things separately. Firstly, we shaded A dash. So everything outside the circle of A, without caring if there's another circle or many circles, a million circles, we don't care. Anything outside the circle of A, we've been asked to shade it. We will shade it like soldiers. I've shaded everything, sir. So you shade everything outside A. Done. Then you move on to your next task, which is you want to shade everything outside B. So you look at the circle of B now. You don't care about anything else outside the circle of B. You will do exactly what they told you. Shade outside B. Okay, I'm going to shade everything outside B.
Like, because you shaded A and B, but it's A dash and B dash.
Yeah, they're two different things. I've shaded A dash, then I shaded B dash, and then we've got the union. I think it will make more sense if I keep going. Guys, I can't stop for too long for one question. You hold on to that thought, please. I will come back to answer these questions in a bit. This one, A dash intersection B dash. How will you translate this? Call it out. Outside A.
Outside A and outside B.
And outside B, perfect. Now this one is slightly harder. We want to make sure these are both true at the same time. Outside A and outside B at the same time. Exactly. So in this case, we go straight to everything outside the two circles because we want them to be true at the same time. It's like saying, I want to be outside of Rio de Janeiro, I want to be outside of Sao Paulo. So I shade all of Brazil except these two states. Everything outside this. Okay. Moving on to the next one. A intersection B dash. We translate this to... Excellent. At the same time. Inside A and outside B at the same time. Inside A means I'm going to be somewhere inside A, somewhere in here. But they said, and outside B. So we can't be in B. So it's only going to be the bit on the left, the bit of A on the left without the intersection. Exactly. I got this. She's following me. I want to see more input from other people like... and. Okay, so this is A intersection B dash. Let's move on to the next one. This one will look familiar. We want to be inside A or union. Sorry, I forgot A. Or inside B. Inside A or inside B. Oh, what did I write here? Inside. I'm going to write it again. So we want to be inside A or inside B. Let's think about it for a second. It's the same example I was using in the beginning. Inside A or inside B. It's like saying, am I going to be in Rio de Janeiro or in Sao Paulo? So what do we do in these cases? Exactly. So we shade all of A.
Then, and also in B.
We shade all of B. And then we are done. So we shade one of them, then we shade the other one. Union works this way. And last but not least, A dash union B. So this one will translate and we'll say the first one is... No one remembers. Outside A. A dash is outside A. Or inside B. Exactly. So, first things first. This is a union, so we shade outside A first. So let's see where A is, just to make sure. I'm putting in a red circle there. That is A. We're going to be outside A. Everything, without caring if there's other circles there. Don't feel annoyed if we're shading above over other circles. Now we move on to B. Now they say shade B. So, or B, or inside B. So let's go ahead and shade B in here. See, we were missing a bit from B, guys. It wasn't already done. And now we've got everything that we've been asked to shade here. So 1 second, I'll stop recording and then we get started with the practice and the questions you might have, okay?